Well, hello, Tube. Three really quick disclaimers. One, furnace vents right there. I'm not sure how noisy it's coming across on the video. So if it's super noisy and annoying, apologize, but it's 20 degrees outside. Um, but I'll try to do my videos back in my old spot if it's super annoying. Uh, Two, I finished Attack on Titan Volume 1 by Hajime Isayama. No idea if I did that correctly. I probably should have looked it up, I know. But time's money right now. Time is money. Not really. I read this a month ago. I am just really far behind on doing my videos, so it's not going to be the crispest it's ever been in my brain. Um, so I apologize about that. And three, C. Um, this is only the second manga I've ever read. Furnish just kicked off. So I am a newbie when it comes to talking about manga and reading manga and so on and so forth. So, with that all said, Hajime Isayama, we're just going with it, born August 29th, 1986 in Haita, Japan? Question mark. He's the writer and I believe also illustrator of Attack on Titan, which was serialized from September 2009 through April of 2021, I believe. That means this is over. There are at least one um, offshoot of Attack on Titan that I know of. There could be more. I don't know. But there's 34 volumes of these. 34. It's the number one most sold, most popular manga of all time. It's like over 100 million copies of Attack on Titan. And I assume that's like the whole as a whole. If it's just 100 million copies of the first volume or each volume, that's I can't even imagine that. So it has to be a whole, right? But Attack on Titan. So um it was a little hard for me to follow. There seems to be a lot of forward, backward, side to side going on in it. But I can give you the gist of it anyway. So these Titans, right? These massive people who we don't know much about them. We just know that there's some big people out there. They don't know how they multiply because they don't have any of the equipment to do so. They don't really know. Besides, they like snacking on people. And one day, so the city you can't see; it's all whited out. The city is surrounded by these giant walls. I don't know if this is going to work. Whoa, hello. Yeah, sort of. Does that help? Actually, kind of dim it down a bit. Does that help? It's so washed out. Um, the city is surrounded by multiple sets of walls that keep these titans out until one day a colossal titan shows up. Our bad boy appear on the cover, who actually is bigger than the walls, which is 50 meters tall. I'm American, so we don't mess with those meter things. It's big, all right? And it destroys the wall, which lets all these other smaller titans in. And so these group of people with their little gas packs and swords and stuff are fighting these titans, and they're getting annihilated. And we're following a group of young recruits that just graduated. Um, and there's a couple of them right there. There's our kind of main people, Aaron and Mikasa. Mikasha, I forget her name. Um, and then there's a couple others, right? But they're like the two. They're like the two big ones. And so they're new recruits. They decide there's like three different things they could choose from, and they just kind of decide that they want to be in the scouting department, um, the survey corps. But the survey corps, they just get wiped out every time they leave because they like go outside of the city walls, and they just get annihilated every time they leave. But they're like, screw it, we were going to do it because this Aaron kid really wants to see what's beyond the walls, right? But anyway, the Titans break through. They start fighting them. You know, these Titans. I don't think this is a spoiler or anything. They like chomping on people. This is a very gory manga, and essentially, I think that's really all I can talk about without spoiling it. So these Titans, they break through, and that's kind of where we get left off in the first story. It's basically just setting it up, right? It's just setting it up. But even though I can't really go into super a lot of details because a lot of the details are a little bit fuzzy, um, really enjoyed it. The other manga I had finished at the time of reading this was Censored by Junji Ito, which is a lot more my style. I kind of really like Ito. But I really enjoyed this too. Being that there's 34 volumes, I'm kind of waiting till as they come along to pick them up because I mean, $350 ish more, probably closer to $400. I could I kind of get a whole Mahabharata unabridged set for less than that, which I would probably like a lot more. So it's kind of hard for me to justify picking up volume after volume of these at full retail price. However, I did find books 2 and 3 at Five Below, so I have those picked up, and so I'll at least have the first 3 volumes of Attack on Titan relatively quickly on this channel. After that, I don't know how long it's going to take me to. I'll pick them up here and there as I see them, but I'm not going to go completely crazy over at least until I kind of really want to read all of Junji Ito's stuff. So, you know, maybe when that's done, maybe I'll get a little bit more deeper into Attack on Titan, especially if it stays good. Um, so I have high hopes. You know, it wouldn't be the most famous, most sold manga ever if it dies off, right? I mean, it can't get boring and bad, right? Knock on wood. But yeah, Attack on Titan. I really enjoyed it. I read, I actually read a couple days ago, the volume 2 already. So eventually, I want to try to get at least the video recorded relatively quickly. So maybe it'll be a lot more fresh in my noggin. I don't know. It might be a minute before it gets uploaded, depending on how I do my upload schedule, because I've got some other books to talk about before it. But maybe I'll double up some of these upcoming weeks to try to get caught up a little bit. But really, really enjoyed it. It's really intriguing. I love the artwork. Um, like my only gripe is that it was kind of hard to follow because of the bouncing around. But really, really like it. Really enjoy it. Just chock full of action and gore, and between those two things, you know, I'm sold. And it has like these little like things where it kind of describes like the gizmos they're using and some of that stuff. So yeah, I guess that's so white it out. That's some hard at work making Attack on Titan. So let me know down below. Have you read Attack on Titan? Is it are you a big fan? Is it worth reading all 34 volumes? Let me know. let me know. But other than that, that's it for this one, peeps. Cheers.